I want you, if you don't mind, to give some general advice for people who are interested in learning more and more about business. So, for example, you've had this many experiences in HackMed and then in all of, and then now the mini MBA. What sort of opportunities would be available for someone who is in Brazil and inspired by your story, or someone who is in India and Pakistan and wants to sort of go into this career, whether it's a research-oriented career, doing a year of research like you're doing, or a business development?
That is a really good question.
Because that's the challenge, is to translate like individual experiences to advice that may be applicable to our listeners.
There are, I would say, two main steps that are super important. The first one is role models. It's super important that we study the story of people that know, or that went through translation of drugs, for example, study the story of companies, study the story of labs, people that have done that, and how did they do that. Go into detail like an FBI person. You're trying to look at that person's story and company story and everything. So that's the first thing that I would say is essential. And then from that, you're going to be able to have more directed steps towards how you can educate yourself into that field. Because the business field is also super wide. There's so many different paths that you can take. So an industry, for instance, is super huge as well. You can go into the investment field, you can go to venture capital, you can try to you can work in the industry as a researcher. So there are so many different options. So I would say study different people that know that have done that excellently, and then from that you start to learn the different paths, and then look for potential courses, always in-person courses. If you're able to come to those centers, the in-person experience is unique. So being here in Harvard, for instance, it definitely changed the way that I saw this. I would be studying this for 5 years, and now I have a vision and a perspective of what I'm living in just a couple of months. So if you can come, there's so many different options. You can even get scholarships to come. That was my case, for instance. You can get scholarships to fund you for different programs that you want to get. And I would say always try to be intentional with your decisions. Don't come to Harvard with a super broad perspective. Like, I want to go to Harvard. So many people just use Harvard as a brand. Yeah. You know, I just want to go to Harvard and then tell people that I came to Harvard. If you're not super intentional here, you're not going to be able to extract the fullness of what you can when you're here. Yeah. So totally say that.
And that's amazing. That's great advice.